Hello guys, we're going to talk about the most recent updates in Master Duel. We're going to start from top to bottom. So one, we have the upcoming Banlist update. For one, barrier statue is banned. That is perfect. Nothing really to say about that. I don't have to deal with it anymore with Fluorandorese. That does mean, let me show you real quick. So this is what I've been using in ranked. Where are you at? There you are. So I used to run, oh, it was not there no more. But I used to run this guy. Because you use Instant Fusion and then you flip the statue face down and then you continue your play as normal. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That was just discard. So now I can remove that. I mean, it's not there anymore. But it's neat that it's not a thing that we have to run anymore or possibly run. Where are we at? There we go. So I'm happy for that. Next is the anti-spell fragrance. So obviously, as a Pendulum player, I am okay with this. I'm pretty sure they did that. I'm pretty sure they did this because they just released Valiance and then also obviously released Odd Eye's Pendulum Graph Dragon and released Beyond the Pendulum, and you know a lot of Pendulum support cards. So I'm pretty sure this is the reason it was hit. It could also be because it does hurt things like Brain Fusion, because like let's say that Etlich went first, they can like set this and then activate it during your opponent's turn, and then when the opponent can't Brain Fusion, and then that gives Etlich a chance to like OTK it basically, because game's kind of fast, so stopping your opponent from using spells for one turn, especially if it's against something like Sky Strikers. Well, maybe not Sky Strikers because they got a lot of quick play spells, so they might be fine actually. Glacia, I'm not really too familiar with Orcus. I have been trying to find ways to splash in Orcus the Evening Star, the rank 8, because I think it's a fantastic boss monster. But not as easily splashable if you can't already just splash level 8s on the field already. Alex Birdman, I mean, that was limited for like such a like old reason. I think it could probably come back to 3, but I could be wrong though, because I don't know how many loops there is of it. I know that there was a loop before with it. Well, maybe 2, but those decks aren't good anymore. As for the Magical Meltdown coming to 3, I mean, I never really knew why it was at 2. I kind of knew why it was at. I mean, I get it because Invocation, Alistair, and all that, it is pretty similar to like Super Poly, but instead of from the opponent's field, it's from like the graveyards. So I can get it because like you banish important pieces to like, and then on top of that, you would get like a big monster. But Invoke is not really like meta defining as of like now, like in current Yu-Gi-Oh, both in real life and in game. So I never really understood why this was at 1. I feel like this could have gone to 2 from a long time, and really came to 3 to be honest. But I can see why they put it to 2. I'm happy that it's at 3 now, because I do use Invoked in some decks. I mean, those are kind of working in progress. But yeah. Now next will be the, oh yes, the Anti-Spell Festival. So I probably won't be playing this, and here's a reason why. It's not because like, oh, I can't play Endymions. I could maybe play Aromas, because that's a deck that doesn't need any of its spells, because mostly traps. So I might play it, but I got almost 8k gems. So there's kind of like little reason for me to actually play it. So, and then I expect it to be full of like Etlich, trap decks, trap tricks, and all those. And we already had those in like, well, not really trap tricks, but we had like in like True Draco and stuff. We had all of that in the no extra deck festival. And I feel like that this is gonna be pretty much the same thing. I mean, there'll be some variations because like obviously you now have an extra deck, so you could see like Zodiacs or something. But I'm partially expecting there to be like a lot of control floodgate type decks, which I don't feel like dealing with. Basically, the survey. gonna go ahead and do this. Do you enjoy dueling? I have fun dueling. What do you think of the pacing of the animations? I think they're good, to be honest. I think they're fine. What do you think of the dual controls? I mean, you know, it's good. What do you think of the time limit length of PvP duels? So I actually think they're fine. Most people have an issue with them. I think they're perfectly fine. I play a obviously heavy combo deck being Endymion's, and I don't really have issues with timer. Now this could be different if I ran hand traps. Like if I ran like a very combo heavy deck with hand traps, but I finished my combo in like 60 seconds. So I don't know. How was the time limit increased at the beginning of you and your opponent's turn? So I think you give back 60 seconds, I'm pretty sure. I think it's 60, right? 60 or 90? Probably like 90 or something. Can't remember. I think it's fine. I think what they should do is that instead of giving you time back on your turn, they should cut that in half. So like let's say that is 90 seconds. I think they should cut that in half, so like 45, and then have you gain back 45 seconds every turn. I think that would be pretty cool. But other than that, I think it's fine. Please select the mode you play the most. Solo mode. I have been playing a lot of team. Oh, you only can pick one. Okay, solo mode. Because you know I test decks a lot. I've been testing decks and all that. So solo mode is usually when I go to. I might be doing some team battles. I will be possibly streaming some of this. I can't do it this weekend because my job got overtime. But I might do it maybe during this week before the weekend, maybe. I don't know. But I do want to do some team battles, possibly with some viewers. We'll see how that goes. What do you think about dueling, and what would you like us to add in future updates? Let's see. Okay, so one thing I would like to add is what would I like to add actually? Future updates? Anything updates? Actually, yeah. It would be nice if decks or if cards were released for certain archetypes that should already have been released. At least that aren't strong. Example being Witchcrafters. Still missing Vice Master. Because if some of you remember, Sunavalons, the plant deck, they were missing Sunvine Sowing for a long time. And due to that, you could not even run Sunavalon without it. And then they finally added it. But then it got like a small popularity boost, but then it kind of just, you know, died out because like it's not a strong deck, so it made no sense for them to like hold on to it. So I think Witchcrafters Missing Vice Master is a good example of like why isn't that card out yet? It should be out. And Witchcrafters aren't even particularly strong, so you're really just hindering them for no reason. Especially with from what I heard, tiers and spreads coming in pretty soon. Another thing is I would like Max C to be banned. Now normally I was for Max C not being banned, but I noticed that after I stopped playing Endymions for a bit and I tried other like lower tier decks, Max C is pretty degenerate. And what I mean is like this. So imagine like you go full combo. I mean, even for meta decks, like you can go full combo, and then when your opponent goes, just Max C them. So then they have to not only break your board, but then they pretty much have to OTK you, or they just lose, right? Because then your turn comes up and then you got like 20 cards in your hand. So with Endymion, it wasn't that big of a deal because they're pretty resistant to it. But when I played other decks that are not as resistant to Max C, the issue kind of shows. I'm gonna put that in. I used to think it was fine at 3, but once I played lower, I don't want to say lower powered, but once I stopped playing the high index because I do consider Endymion a little high end. Once I started playing high end decks and played just a tad lower power decks, Max C just dominates the match. Someone can go full combo and create a strong board, and when you go to do your turn, they can max C you. This usually isn't. Oh, well. I capped it. So yes, I'm gonna just stop right here. Someone can go full combo and create a strong board, and when you go to do your turn, they can max C you. Next. Oh, there's 8. Are you enjoying solo mode? I'm having fun. I actually like solo mode. How is the difficulty of solo mode? I think it's pretty even. Some are difficult, some are a little easy. Some don't make no sense. Cause some is just lore decks. Like I think there was one in Gym Knights that was kind of weird. No, I think it was Element Sabers. No, it was Gym Knights. It was Gym Knights and something else. And I was like, why is this a combo? Do you feel that dueling in solo mode gives you a good grasp of the unique features of each deck archetype? I do. I did not understand how Shinarui worked until I played that solo mode, which I do plan to eventually make a Vampire Shin deck. I just gotta relearn the Shin archetype, so I've been playing that solo mode lately. What do you think of the solo mode stories? I think they're cool. Do you have the menu screen for solo mode easy to understand? I mean, yeah. Not much to just like all. I enjoy reading the stories. Yep, I play because I want to earn rewards. Yeah, I can play by myself at my own pace. I love to read stories about other archetypes. I like the option to try out different loner decks. I have built an archetype deck as a result of playing solo mode. I will soon because of Shins. I can't think. I don't. Oh, and I also plan to make a deck with Demise. No, cancel. Oof, thank God. I do plan to make a deck with Demise. I just haven't decided if I'm going to do like a Gytron Demise deck or if I'm going to do like a Incantation Demise deck. I'm probably going to do Gytrons instead of whatchamacallit, because Gytrons at least allow you to summon from the extra deck. Oops, let me do that. Which actually helps sometimes with the level requirements. Because level 10 is pretty hefty. Now, thankfully, Gytrons, they use attack, so that, like, skirts the rules. I'm struggling with the loner decks. I don't know how to do them. That's not me. I'm struggling to win because my opponent's decks are too strong. No. Anything else? What do you think about solo mode and the future? Okay, yes. So, I would like to see a solo mode for the entire Magistus, Witchcrafter, Endymion, Invoked, Spellbook storyline. I'm not gonna say entire, because there's a pretty good chance that they did not complete the story yet. So I would like to see a solo mode for the Magistus, Witchcrafter, Endymion, Invoked, Spellbook storyline. Next, 3. Are you enjoying ranked duels? Now, with statue being banned, yes. But as of currently, Flu is not everywhere, to be honest. And I think Branded and Sword Soul is kind of good. So I'm going to say this. I think Branded is probably the most fair, though, of all the decks. As far as, like, Sword Soul, you know, all those other ones. I think Branded is pretty fair, to be honest. I think people complain about it because they see it everywhere. But, like, as far as, like, its power, like, it's not really that strong. Are you satisfied with the rewards for ranked duels? I actually have stopped noticing because I have so many gems. And since I don't need too many gems, because, like, I'm not really building too many decks, really. And, like, some of them I can just craft, usually. I'll say yeah. Let's see. Do you find the menu screen for ranked duels easy to understand? I mean, there's no reason to. It ain't really confusing. Tell us what you think about ranked duels. Dueling is fun. Yep. Yep, definitely that. I enjoy battling others to climb ranks. I feel related to battle others. I don't know how to win duels. Other NA. What would you like to see us add in the future? Okay, yes. So this is actually an issue that I have. It's not that like, okay, I'm gonna just say that I think that requiring more wins to rank up in platinum tiers and diamond tiers does not make it harder. It just makes it tedious. I think we should go back to the win 3 times to rank up system. Now, the reason I'm not for a point system, because I know many people wanted a point system. The reason I'm not is because a point system still, at the end of the day, is based on a win-loss ratio still. Now, you could make the argument, though, that with Platinum and Diamond, you have, like, let's say it says 4 wins to rank up. If you lose, it still say 4 wins. If you lose again, it'll still say 4 wins. And then when you win one, it'll go back to 3. So you could argue that the win-loss ratio required to get to Diamond 1 is technically less than 50%. We're probably more equal now because it requires more wins, actually. But I don't know, it just feels like it just makes it more tedious. So I guess I don't know. I guess we could use a point system. I think we should go back. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. I think that requiring more wins to rank up in platinum and diamond tiers does not make it harder. It just makes it tedious. I think we should go to a point system where when you lose, you lose a certain amount of points based on a criteria. Example, if the duel, how can I explain this? I'm trying to make it so that like you lose points, right? But it's like the thing sometimes is that if you lose in this game, because you can't talk to anybody. That's why when people like duel for like 30 minutes or like an hour and like lose and they get upset, it's typically because, not because like, oh, they need a break. It's the fact that it feels like you wasted your time because you're not talking to anybody. It's just you and the screen. So yeah, I'm gonna just say, I think we should just go to a point system. Where when you lose, okay, I got it now. Where when you lose points based on your performance. There we go. If you perform well, it's less. This will make it less aggravating when losing, since it won't feel like you wasted your time. Since ranked duels is just you staring at a screen for X amount of minutes. There we go. Perfect. I like how I said that. Are you enjoying the duels? Yes. Wait, oh, event duels. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Which event did you enjoy the most? I actually love the Link one the most. Funny enough, I actually do like the Link one the best. Tell us what you think about the events. I enjoy duels, these different rules. Yep. Oh, nope, not this. Nope, not that either. Let's see. I don't do it. Okay, cool. There we go. As other things, attribute and type-based events. I think that's what I want. Attribute and type-based events. So like dark event, or like not dark event, but like an event where everyone has to be light. What? Gosh, I messed up. My bad. An event where everything in a deck has to be a same attribute. Is what I meant to say. And then type based being like every deck has to be of one type in their entire deck. They can't like have like, you know, fish and sea serpent. You gotta like pick one. What do you think of the dual rooms? I'm not really using them at the moment, the dual rooms. What do you think about the newly added team duel? I love it. In team battle, I think it would be very fitting if we could. Maybe not though. I would say if we could chat with other people, but maybe not though, because you know obviously there's toxic people, but you queue randomly. Where in group chat is a little bit better. So yeah, never mind. But you know, I think in team battle. Oh, there's something I do want to do. In team battle, if a player disconnects, the battle isn't counted as a win or loss. I think if a player disconnects, then the win should go to the one that's didn't disconnect, to avoid the team battle ending anticlimactic because one of the 5 duels disconnected. Would also be nice if I would be able to tell people who joined my team that I can't start a team battle because it timed out. Happened twice, but I couldn't tell the others that. That's kind of annoying. I did try team battle one time and it kept timing out, but I couldn't tell the team that I was with that it was timing out, so I had to just so I had to just disband. So yeah, do you like deck editor? That's fine. Do you find a deck editor edit screen easy to understand? Yep. I enjoy building various types of decks. I pursue winning decks. I don't know what kind of decks I should build. I don't know how to build winning decks. I can't get the cards I need to build the deck I want. I don't know how to collect the cards I need. I don't know which cards I need to build the deck I want. Deck lists are not enough. Other NA. I do enjoy building ones. I enjoy pursuing winning decks. I mean, yeah. Cause the idea is to win. So I mean, no one's going to pursue a losing deck. You know what I mean? Like, you know, no one's gonna be like, yeah, can't talk. No one is saying this loses a lot. Well, I am just going to pursue this one. I don't know how to build a winning deck. Okay, I'm gonna just stop right there. And for deck, but anything else I want? Not really. Oh yes, I want a test duel that I can do with the deck editor. Test and it's not enough. What do you think of the daily missions? I mean, they're pretty good, I think. You get like 120 every day, I mean, roughly. 120 is, I guess you could argue that 120 is kind of small, because that's like, what, 10 days? Then you get like 1 pack of 10. The gems, the cost, I gotta check the cost. I don't know how much they cost. What do you think? Oh, my bad. Okay, wait. Yeah. What do you think of the daily mission rewards? I'll put it right here. Are the dual pass rewards motivating you to play the game? Uh, Not really. I just get it because it's free. It doesn't really help the fact that they made it so that you get like even less gems. I guess it's for free. You get 30, not 30. I think it's like what, 60, 80 CP. UR, but it's kind of grindy. So I'm being in the middle. I don't hate it. I won't say it don't motivate me. It's just average. What do you think of the shop controls? I mean, not really confusing anything. Overall satisfaction, I say above average. I do think it's a really good game. I think people are just uh sometimes overreact. Improving dual controls, I mean that's always, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't know who would not pick these. Like, no, I do not want improved dual controls. No, I do not want you to improve the pacing of dual visual effects. Like, who's saying that? No one. No one's saying that. Future updates. I still think, well, I now think Max C should probably be banned. There we go. Alright, I think there's one more thing I do, right? Or is that it? Oh yeah, it's team battle. Last one. This is kind of late, obviously. I do think team battle's pretty good, actually. I do, like I said earlier, I do plan to do some team battles. So if you're interested, let me know. I do have a Discord, so that's where I will be having it. I will also probably be doing YouTube streams eventually. Yeah, YouTube streams eventually, but I can't do it, like I said, this weekend because we unfortunately have overtime at work. But I might be able to do it before the weekend. We'll see. So, yeah, that is all. See you later.